to Norwood News. Today is Friday, September 8th, and I'm your host, Kristen McDonald. It's great to have you with us as we end another week here in Norwood. This week on Norwood News, NHS fall sports kickoff, Clayton Cheever and the Norwood Library preview an exciting fall lineup. But first, this past June, the town of Norwood broke ground on the new Coakley Middle School. W.T. Rich and the Vertex companies have been working hard the past 2 months on the construction. Jack McCarthy and our NCM team visited the site this week and filmed our first construction update of the project.
All right, we're inside the construction trailer, and I'm with Lou Capone, who's from Vertex, who's the OPM.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about Vertex and what's an OPM?
So as Vertex, the owner's project managers for the town of Norwood, we are responsible just overseeing the project on the town's behalf and managing the architect and W.T. Rich, the construction manager on this project.
Okay, so let's talk about the rest of the team. You said who the construction manager, W.T. Rich.
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about them and then the architect.
Sir, W.T. Rich, the construction manager, they are responsible for hiring the subcontractors, managing the site on a day-to-day basis, and implementing the design, as you said, that the architect AI3 put together for us.
And people from Norwood may remember AI3 as they were the ones who designed the high school. So W.T. Rich is a new player for us, but they've been doing great work for the MSBA,
yes, certainly
all
not
over
new
the Commonwealth.
Not new to this type of project, all over the state, sure. We've worked on them, Vertex, and previously with Compass on multiple projects.
Now, you guys used a different delivery method this time. It's called CM at risk.
Sure.
What's that?
CM at risk, so the CM issues a GMP, a guaranteed maximum price to the town, which they agree to. They're going to build this building for that price.
Okay. So let's take a look at the finished product, if you will.
Sure.
This is an aerial view, if you will, of the whole project out. When is it supposed to be complete?
Sure, so this is the ground floor here.
Yeah.
The building's supposed to be complete open fall 2025 with another year of demo and construction of the fields in the front of the existing building today.
And so it's got not every middle school has a auditorium. But
No, yep, so we have, the building's kind of broken up into 3 zones, Zone A, B, and C. Currently, we are working in Zone C. We're working C, B, A right now, as you can see over here on the...
We'll get to that in a sec.
Sure.
So is it like you treat it like 3 separate buildings almost when you construct it, or no?
No, when they're constructed, it'll be one building. It's just how it's broken up into chunks right now as the foundations are being constructed.
And is that the order you're going to go all the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, working away from the existing building.
Okay. And that we are pretty close to the existing building.
Very close, yeah. This in the southeast corner, it's a southwest corner, it's less than 10 feet, I'd say, from the new to the existing.
So what does that mean? Are there extra precautions you have to take?
A couple challenges in that area. One, there's a couple utility lines that run through there that keep the existing building live while we need to construct the new building. So we're working through some coordination issues with those lines right now and trying to keep everything active. The modular buildings are the closest to the new site, and we've had to revise the egress paths out of those buildings due to the location of the fence line for construction.
So when you do construction like this, it must upset some of the critters, if you will.
Sure.
And are there things that you have to do to minimize the spread, if you will, into the neighborhoods?
Yeah, there is a rodent control plan in place, trapping and catching rodents like that. But with this building, not a huge foundation system. We're not digging down too deep, so we don't expect to disturb that too much.
Okay, so did you say June 2025?
Yes.
Okay, so you had the groundbreaking. We'll step over here.
Sure.
You had the groundbreaking in June. This is sort of a current picture. So explain what we're doing.
Sure, so right now we're working on our foundations, like I said, in Area C, working into Area B and eventually into Area A over here. As you can see here, we have foundation walls completed. Most of Area C, foundation walls are being formed into Area B, and they're excavating for footings and setting rebar in Area A right now.
Okay, so most of this you really can't see from the street.
Correct.
Probably the first thing people will see is the steel. So when is the steel planned to begin erection?
Steel will arrive on site early November this year.
And when do you think? Well, let's jump way ahead.
Sure.
When do you think you'll have the building buttoned up?
That is a great question that I don't.
No, you don't know off the top of your head.
No,
That's
I
okay.
don't have that one.
All right, so we've got all this going on. I'm noticing puddles, so this is at least a couple days old.
Sure, yeah.
We've had
heavy
a
rain
ton
last
of
week-
rain. Have
last
we
week.
lost much time?
Not much. 2.5 days on foundations, but they've been able to make up the time and get the pours in when they wanted to. So no real major lost time yet.
And today's the first day of school.
Yes.
How'd it go?
So far, so good.
No effect on you guys.
No effect. No. The contract has specific, we call it blackout times, where the gates are closed and no deliveries, equipment coming and going around the drop-off and pick-off time. So that helps us control what's going on around here.
Good. How's the parking? We pulled up. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
Is this certain section reserved for the workers?
It was good, yeah. So there's a little an overflow lot down here. The town has given construction use of the parking at the pool and along Washington Street. And then between the existing school, we can't see it here, and Washington Street, there was a temporary parking lot constructed for the school's use for the next 2 years.
Great. Wow. How many workers do you have on site approximately now?
Since we've started pouring concrete, we're averaging 50 workers a day, roughly.
Do you know what's when everything's going on
Probably 120, 150.
and people won't even know they're here because
Right.
what time do you usually guys start? Like
7 a.m. start,
Yeah.
yep.
So you're in before the kids.
Yes.
And then
Gates
you're
are-
out after the kids?
Yeah, 7 to 3 is typical work,
Yeah.
a typical work day.
So, all right. Anything else we need to know?
I don't think, no, anything.
Well, great to see you, Luke.
Thank you, Jack.
And we'll be seeing a lot of each
will,
other over
yes.
the next 2 years.
Yes, we will.
NCM will be following the construction progress until the doors open in 2025. The Norwood Rotary Club and 22 Mohawks have teamed up for a special fundraiser taking place on September 16th. Ken from the Norwood Rotary Club has all the information.
Hi, my name is Ken Meininger, and I'm part of the Norwood Rotary in a great town in Norwood, Massachusetts. I am so glad to share with you the news that Norwood Rotary is sponsoring its first annual motorcycle and classic car cruise. We call it Storm to Beach. This is dedicated to the great work of Rotary and to help fund the Mohawks 22 charity. This is being held September 16th, which is a special meaning, is that it's the day after our National POW Day. The ride will start at the tasty Castle Ireland Brewery and will end in Chatham through Bourne. It's a beautiful 80-mile ride. Enjoy the music from Shannon Brook as we're looking for sponsors for the Laser Light Show. And if you'd like to see your logo light up the sky, reach out to us and hope that you'll come join us on this beautiful day.
Coming up on Norwood News, a Norwood High Mustangs coach achieves a milestone win. We stop by the juice bar to see what's to eat, and Clayton Cheever shares all the fall happenings at the library. Library Director Clayton Cheever delivers the Moral Moment for the month of September and introduces some new clubs meeting at the Morrow Memorial Library.
Greetings from the Morrow Memorial Library, Norwood's public library for everyone. I'm Clayton Cheever. I use he, his pronouns, and I'm your library director. I'd like to tell you about a few things happening here at the library this September. On Tuesday, September 26th, we're starting a brand new graphic novel club for young people ages 6 to 11. Every month we'll meet and take turns talking about which graphic novels we've read while sharing some snacks and doing an activity. There are no assigned books, so just bring a smile, be ready to talk about your favorite graphic novel. If you need some suggestions, ask us anytime. I've brought a few with me today to whet your appetite. We've got Mayor Goodboy, Pizza and Taco Best Party Ever, and Swim Team. These are among the many fun books on our shelves waiting to be discovered. Registration is required for each meeting of this club, so visit our website, visit us, or give us a call to reserve your spot. This month, we're also launching a monthly book discussion group for adults that we're calling Let's Talk About It. Every month, a library staff member will facilitate challenging and civil conversations about misinformation, bias in reporting, and new ways of thinking about different perspectives. There'll be a pre-selected topic every month, and everyone who registers to participate will get a short list of materials about that topic to review. During the meeting, we'll talk about how to analyze information about the topic in context. Some examples of topics we might cover include, but aren't limited to, book bans and censorship, freedom of speech, bodily autonomy, wellness and nutrition, unionization, artificial intelligence, filters and algorithms, and more. The goal of these conversations is to encourage everyone to stop, think, and decide what they actually believe about a topic based on sound analytical principles and reliable sources, not to solve a problem, engage in arguments, or pinpoint the truth about any given subject. The first meeting of this group is happening on Monday evening, September 25th at 7, and will cover the topic of media literacy and information-seeking behavior. Please register to save a seat and receive the list of materials by visiting us online, calling us, or stopping by to see us in the building. Speaking of stopping by to see us in the library, we were very pleased to welcome lots of people to the library on Saturdays and Sundays this summer. I want to remind you that we will continue to be open every day of the week, except for holidays, which you can find on our online calendar. Our hours are 9 to 9 Monday through Thursday, 10 to 5 on Fridays, and 9 to 5 on Saturdays, and 1 to 5 on Sunday afternoons. Of course, we realize life happens during the hours when our building's closed. That's why we have so many resources that are available every hour of the day, every day of the year, accessible through our website and mobile apps. Every month, I enjoy highlighting different online resources you can get for free online. This month, I want to encourage you to check out the Great Courses library collection, accessible through the Libby app or directly from the databases page found under the research menu on our website. Once you get through and get the free 7-day pass, you'll have access to over 250 unique courses to feed your curiosity and help you improve in areas you're passionate about. That's over 3,000 hours of carefully curated commercial-free content taught by brilliant, award-winning, and trusted experts. New content is added monthly, and it's easily findable in 12 categories from business and finance, food and drink, history, music, professional growth, science, travel and culture, and more. Perhaps you'd like to check out some of the 24 lectures on the secrets of the occult, or the 84 lectures in the second edition of the History of the United States. Do you need recommendations? Just ask us. We'll be happy to help you find something that's likely to become your next obsession. Maybe one or more of the 36 lectures on how to draw are more your speed, or perhaps one of the 24 lectures on understanding investments. Music theory, we have hours. Engineering failures and the lessons they teach, we have hours of lectures about these too. I challenge you to look and fail to find something you find totally fascinating to learn more about. I've brought some books with me today I'm excited to tell you about. The brilliant Ms. Bengal, written by Kara Devins and illustrated by Kafai Steele, uses fun pictures and amusing text to tell the story of a class of students who learn that their favorite librarian has been replaced. And, like many of us, they resist the change until they realize just how wonderful the new librarian is. Glitter Everywhere, written by Chris Barton and illustrated by Chaya Prabhat, is subtitled Where It Came From, Where It's Found, and Where It's Going. People often have strong feelings about glitter. Whether you love it or hate it, this nonfiction book is for you. Pick it up to learn who invented glitter, how it's made, why it sticks to everything, whether or not it's bad for the environment, and of course, what makes glitter glitter. I've also brought a couple books for more experienced readers. Alexis Henderson wrote The Year of the Witching, and if you loved the film Only Lovers Left Alive, I think you will happily devour her latest, House of Hunger. It was nominated as one of the best horror novels written last year. It's an imaginative retelling of the vampire myth, so if you like Southern Gothic debauchery and blood-sucking, this is a great book for you. I've also brought a nonfiction book with me today. Last February, Roman and Littlefield published John Guerin's Guide to Digital Education and the Online Environment called Parenting for the Digital Generation. Written to be a practical handbook for parents, grandparents, and teachers and counselors who want to understand the opportunities and threats that exist for today's young people who are more familiar with smartphones than paper books, this one is an easy read and it's free of jargon. I recommend it for anyone seeking to raise happy, mature, creative, and well-adjusted children. It includes practical strategies and does not look for dangers where there are only remote threats. I could talk about books all day. We have so much more here at the library. I hope you didn't absolutely melt during the hottest days of this past summer, which may just have been the hottest summer ever on record. As we're confronted with these intense temperatures, it seems only natural we step up our game in measuring temperatures, and we have just the tool to help you do that. Our infrared thermometer is so easy to use. You simply point it at something, please, not your eyes, you pull the trigger, and read the temperature of the surface. With a handy guide to calibrate it, depending on what the surface you're measuring is made out of, this tool can help you quickly spot where heat's sneaking into your home or cool air is sneaking out. Once you know where the holes are, you can find ways to block them and stay more comfortable. One of Norwood's hidden treasures is our library of things, and this infrared thermometer is just one example of the many things we have in our collection. I encourage you to check out our library of things online to get inspired for all the ways you can benefit from our shared treasures. This has been a Moral Moment. From everyone here at the library, I wish you and yours a safe and happy September. We look forward to seeing you in the library.
With summer winding down and fall quickly approaching, DPW Director Mark Ryan reports on Public Works projects and updates.
Hi everyone, Mark Ryan here from Public Works. Just to give you a little update what's going on around town. This year's, just like the last couple of years, we've got a lot of road work going on, paving. Close to 40 streets are going to be redone between this year and the beginning of next year. Also got a lot of cleaning and lining. This is the third year of a 10-year project. Cleaning and lining approximately 20,000 linear feet of pipe a year. This is helping the water system as far as fire flow capacities and aesthetics, and it's been a great improvement around town. And next year we're going to be looking for money for year 4, so it's been very successful there. We have a couple of parking lots under construction, the Willard School and Oldham School. That's winding down, and hopefully we get around to the replacing the public safety building parking lot. We have, if you drive on Nickel Street, you might be seeing a vehicle speed alert system being put up by Public Works. That was a benefit of a grant we received from Mass DOT to put those up, and we put it up in the school zone for Cleveland School. We identified that area as problematic with speeding, so this will help, we believe, people realize they're probably going a little too fast and slow down, especially around a school location. So we have that going on. I want to talk a little bit about food scraps. Food scraps take up about 20 to 30% of the waste we throw away, the trash. And trash is becoming so expensive, and it's just so wasteful to throw food scraps in the trash. We do have a program around town where we have drop-off locations, one here at Public Works, one at the Prescott School, at the landfill when it's open on Saturdays, and we also have a new one at the Cleveland School, where a lot of the residents bring by their food scraps and throw that away. We bring those food scraps up, mix it in our leaf pile, and it helps out our compost. So if you're really interested in helping the town save money on trash disposal costs, and you're really concerned about the environment, start thinking about food scraps and how you can help out. Public Works has some items down here that we can sell you to help with your effort to do that. Reduced rates, benefit of a Mass DEP grant, so check out the DPW webpage for more information on that. And down the road, we'll be looking into a pilot program for collecting curbside food scraps. So it's something that we all can partake in, make a big dent in our costs for trash collection and disposal. So I'd like you to consider that. So it's been a great summer. We're in our second summer for athletic fields. The season's gearing up for all the fall sports, including fall baseball. So we're out there getting those fields ready, aerating, overseeding, fertilizing, and along with the regular maintenance of cutting and lining for all the different events. So Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone had a great summer. Looking forward to a great fall, and look forward to seeing you next month.
Mustang Sports is off and running, and Ron Marshalsea has all the action.
I'm Ron Marshalsea, and this is your Sports Update. The Friday night football game against Stoughton kicks off at 6 o'clock and will be broadcasting live on the NCM Community Channel and streaming on our website at norwoodcommunitymedia.org. The field hockey team started off their season with a 7-0 win over Holliston. Shay Larkey scored a hat trick, and Ava O'Neill got the shutout in net. The win over the Panthers also marked Coach Allison Dolliner's 100th win as the Norwood High field hockey coach. Congratulations, Coach, on a triumphant milestone. And as of recording this sports update, the Mustangs have not traveled to Hopkinton to take on the Hillers. We'll make sure you know what happened on the next sports update. The girls' soccer team went to Holliston on Tuesday and lost a tough matchup. They take on Hopkinton on the 7th at 4 at home and then away at Ashland on the 12th at 5:45. The boys' soccer team also took on Holliston to start the season but did not come away with the win. They will be at Hopkinton on the 7th at 4 and at home against Ashland the 12th at 4 o'clock. Both cross-country teams are starting their seasons off down at the Coakley Course against Holliston Wednesday, September 13th at 4 o'clock. The girls' volleyball team went up against the Holliston Panthers on Wednesday, where they lost a very close match. The team will be traveling their next two games, Friday the 8th at 6:30 at Hopkinton and Monday the 11th at 4:15 at Walpole. And the golf team hosted Medfield and Ashland on Tuesday and Wednesday. The team lost to Medfield but got their first win over Ashland 234 to 245. Coach Chuck Allen was pleased with two freshmen who had great matches, Max Conley and Tommy O'Brien. The Mustangs will head to Maplegate Country Club to face Medway on Monday the 11th at 3:30. And that is all I have for this sports update. I'm Ron Marshalsea. And Norwood News will be right back after this break.
If you're looking for a new place to grab food, some new entertainment, or just curious to see what cool places the town of Norwood has, tune into the Community Channel to see what Norwood has in store. Our Living Local segments chronicle the many different and entertaining spots in Norwood. From your favorite smoothie bowl at the juice bar to a new set of specs at Modern Eyes, Norwood's got something for everyone.
The Finance Commission met prior to the capital outlay meeting on Wednesday. Topics included a review of the final fiscal year 23 numbers and the transition plan for the Finance Department as the town begins the search for a new finance director. The calendar for the next fiscal year was set, and the committee had a general discussion about the level of debt service for fiscal year 24 as the capital outlay plan takes shape. The Finance Commission will meet again on Thursday, September 21st. The Capital Outlay Committee met on Wednesday night to discuss the proposed capital outlay plan for fiscal year 24. Members supported the projects proposed, but needed further information on funding and debt service before voting on the final plan. The Capital Outlay Committee will meet again on October 3rd. Are you tired from eating unhealthy meals or just want to try something new? Well, there's a place for you right here on Broadway in Norwood. NCM stopped by and chatted with Marcy Pastorio, owner of the Juice Bar, on this week's Living Local.
I'm Marcy. I am the owner of the Juice Bar. I live here in Norwood, and we've been in business for 6 years now.
Located at the corner of Manhattan and Broadway, the Juice Bar, specializing in healthy fast food, has found its home in Norwood.
You can come and you get your healthy food. We don't add anything but what nature gives us to any of our recipes. And we are a place where you can have a healthy option when you're on the go, or on your daily basis you can make sure you will eat healthy. On a trip that I did a few years back, I visited first Juice Bar in my life. I always juiced for myself, and I wondered if that country had a place where I could get a green juice. So we found out there was one 2 blocks away from our hotel. We were sitting there and I looked at my husband and I said, I think I'm gonna open up a juice bar. I don't think he believed me at first. He's like, all right, whatever. But I came back, and within a month I researched everything there was to juice bars. And So I was ready. I was like, all right, let's do this, but how am I going to get customers through the door? And that's when my husband, who's a local police officer here in Norwood, said, why don't you reach out to Charlotte from Charles River Running Store? And she's a very big in community, and I think she can help. And that's what I did, and Charlotte was amazing. She brought all her running club to the juice bar on day one that we opened, and the word of mouth just spread, and everybody, the whole community, the whole town actually embraced the whole concept of the juice bar, because it was something that the town didn't have. And it was a great idea. It was like, okay, let's bring some healthy food to our town. And everybody just started from the rec department all the way to the other local businesses. They all reached out, and they came, they helped me. You guys from NCM came, and you did amazing. Because of all of you, we're here today.
While Marcy will be the first to tell you that everything is good at the juice bar, there is one item on the menu that seems to be the favorite amongst her customers.
I think that the majority of our customers come for the acai bowl. So I come from the Amazon, and I grew up eating acai. And the closest you will get to the Amazon taste of an acai, it would be with us. So we have 100% organic acai, nothing added to it. There's only 3 ingredients that goes into our bowls, into our base. Any other place that you go, they mix a bunch of berries, almond milk, and a lot of other stuff that becomes actually a smoothie in a bowl. Ours, the acai, is actually acai. So you are getting the whole benefits of this amazing fruit, which is considered a superfruit. And we make sure that every day the base is made fresh. So I have a person who comes in every day at 4 in the morning to prepare the base for the day. So it's never from the day before, it's always made for that day. So you're always gonna get fresh acai. It's such a specialty fruit that if mishandled, you lose the properties. So that's why we only buy 100% organic, quick frozen puree, because that way we're gonna serve you all the nutrients that this rich berry has to offer.
Marcy would love to expand and have a juice bar in every town, but there's nothing she loves more than being right here in Norwood.
A lot of people from other towns, they do come to me and they're like, Marcy, why don't you open up somewhere else? Or you should franchise this. And it is my dream, but Norwood is where I started, and it's where my roots went deep, because the whole community just came and embraced me. And it was more than just helping each other out. It was loving me, it was accepting me, it was rooting for me. And being a mom, like during sports seasons and all that, I'm always glad to bring smoothies for the team, you know, hey, do you guys want something pre-game or something? So it's good to be able to give that a little bit. Just the whole idea of being in my town and being here and seeing all the young kids come in and enjoying a healthy meal, a healthy choice instead of going to a fast food restaurant. Just being able to serve even the older people who come in and they say, look, I have diabetes and my doctor told me to eat healthy. And I have people who have been coming every day. And I also have people who says, Marcy, since I started eating here, my cholesterol went down. And I get messages all the time like, Marcy, I ate my bowl today and I literally felt loved. And I told them that's because we make it with so much love that we want you to feel that. So there are just those testimonies that come, you know, throughout the years that you're doing something right, that it's what you're meant to be doing. And especially here in Norwood, because my kids are in Norwood, they're in the Norwood schools, and it makes me not just glad, but blessed to be able to serve my community with a healthy option.
The juice bar is open Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Marcy and her staff are looking forward to serving the Norwood community healthy food options and doing it with a smile.
Well, that's all for Norwood News. To stay up to date with Norwood Community Media, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend.